Hey guys, how we doing? My name's Jennifer Holzhauser, and we are going to do a booking start to finish. So let me go ahead and share my screen because I do already have it pulled up, what I was going to book. Um, Booking start to finish, basically, I'm walking you through. We're doing the simple VAX right now because I know a lot of us do work on VAX. So we're going to do VAX. I'm going to show you exactly what to do after you have the resort picked, the flights picked, everything picked. First thing before I just realized this. So we are going, so right here, I have everything pulled up on the itinerary. So we have St. Louis to Cancun, February 7th to February 13th. So what is that? Sunday to Saturday, I think. They're flying out of St. Louis on Frontier. It's nonstop, returning on the 7th, on the 13th, nonstop. They're staying at Secrets Mirable. I don't know if I said that right, but Secrets Mirable, Cancun. Preferred Club Junior Suite Oceanfront King Room. Okay. So we're going to come down here. Make sure, guys, you have everything on here. So the travel protection. Anytime you send your clients into a different country, get the travel protection. Okay. If a client's like, no, we don't want it. We are going, we're not canceling, that's not all that it covers. Your travel protection covers if a client gets injured. Okay. If a client is sick and they need to be, come back home early or whatever the case may be. Health insurance, Cancun, Dominican, Jamaica, other countries, they do not care about your health insurance. So if you're walking down the street and you fall and you break an ankle or whatever, I don't want to be too bad, but if something happens, you need to go to the hospital there. They don't care about your insurance. They either want thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars cash up front, or they want to see your travel protection documents. Okay. So always, anytime you send clients out of the country, add that travel protection. Okay. Next from Cancun, I always, the shared transportation, I always do private. Okay. The reason being is because Cancun, their road construction is awful. All right. It's just awful. Dominican, I even tried to do private there as well. Okay. Um, so how you change that, because it's automatically going to show up shared. How you change that, you're going to go in features. And I should note that I am in FunJet right now. So VAX and FunJet. Okay. So you're going to go in features and then you're going to go down here where it says shared. So for two people, it's $58. This private one, private transfer for up to 6 passengers, that's $119. So usually they'll pick your clients up in like a Tahoe, not really suburban, but some type of SUV like that. So we're going to do that. And instead okay, so what the share does is that a whole bunch of people get into this van and they drop off the guest at whichever resort they want to, at whichever resort they're staying at. Okay. The private one, so it could take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours before your clients actually get to their resort. Okay. Because it could be the last one on the list. All right. A private one picks up your clients, whether you have two, you have four, you have six, you have 10, whatever, picks up your clients and they take them directly to the hotel. There's no stops. All right. There's no shared. You're not bringing anybody else anywhere else. I always do this, especially if you have like four or more passengers going, always remove the shared and add the private. Because right here, the private was $58 for two people. It's $119 for up to six. Even if you're doing three separate rooms, booking three individual rooms, you can take the shared transfers off of the other two rooms and we can add them on to that other room. So that way, if you're doing three individual reservations, separate reservations, but they're all traveling together, they all want to go together, you can remove the shared and add the private onto one. And then those other two we can attach to that reservation. Okay. So just to kind of another little tip, benefits you and your clients, like, oh, they do know what they're doing. So now we have two. on here. So we're going to remove the shared. Okay. So remove that shared. And my Ginternet's acting up. That's why I already have this pulled up for everybody. Um, so yes, it is a little bit more expensive for two people, but when you get more people, four people, six people, whatever, you can do that. So right here is the total. So it's showing right here $6,389.82. If you click here, your booking administration, I want to show you guys this real quick again. The commissions built into this, $911.71. Okay. So FunJet is going to pay Archer. Archer Travel is going to pay you 80% of that, or if you're on the basics, 50% of that, but definitely upgrade to the basics because that's a lot. All right. So 80% of 911, what is that? 91, 180. So $200, so 700 and some dollars, 50%, $450. Okay. Quick math. Quick math. Not exact numbers, quick math. All right. So I mean it's a difference, you know. So I mean, but of course, I mean you have to do what best suits you if you're on the basics, if you're on the essentials. Okay. Um, so that is your commissions built into this. Now, what we're gonna do here, let's get this booked. All right. So we're gonna go here to checkout. Okay. And we circle, we wait, we wait, we wait, we wait. And we wait some more. Okay. So now we are on the checkout. Everything's fine. Sometimes you're going to get in the red, like your flights are no longer available or price might have changed. That's okay. All right. If that happens, just we can, reset it, refresh, re-quote it again. Check a different vendor. All right. Check a different vendor because in VAX, there's Apple Vacations, there's FunJet Vacations, there's Travel Impressions, there's United Vacations. So check a different vendor. Okay. Um, and I do want to go. Okay, we'll do that later. All right. So with this FunJet one, it's showing your flights. It's got the Secret to Maribel. Scroll all the way down here because our room's one of the highest grade. Preferred Club Junior Suite. Okay. And then we're gonna scroll down here some more because there's a lot of room categories in this one. So this is showing everything you have, the instant savings, um, Frontier, the airline, everything. And then we have the private transportation already included. So we don't need a van. We don't need anything else. Okay. Because we already have it included. All right. And right here, this is showing that we have the travel protection. We did the full travel credit. This is the cash refund fund. The difference between those, the full travel credit, is that they will take your price. So the 6,900 or whatever it was, minus the 289.98, and then that difference is what they will give you back in credit. So if you do have to cancel, okay, they take the total amount of the trip minus the cost of the travel protection, and that is the credit that your clients will get back. All right. The cash refund, same thing. They'll take the total minus the cost of the travel protection, except your clients will get that back in cash. All right. How the credit works is that you will receive the credit because you're their travel agent. So you will receive their credit, and then they'll say, hey, we have a, let's say, $5,500 credit we need to use. We want to do this. We want to go here. Can we go ahead and use that? Yes, you can. You'll book by using their credit. Okay. I can actually show you that here, how to do that. All right. So they don't need a car. So no car. Okay. Now we're going to enter in the information. So I am going to just put test because sometimes YouTube does not let me put everything in here. Okay. So when you're entering this information, make sure you have your client's passport. All right. Make sure you have your client's passport information and you are reading it and typing it directly off the passport. Okay. Because if there's an error, you have to fix it. All right. So make sure you're reading it directly off the passport. Okay. Birthday, we're just going to do October 16. And I'm just going to do 1970. And this one's going to be a female. Your email, that's going to be your email address because the documents will come to you. Okay. So that your email address, the documents will come to you. Your phone number, we can just put a phone number on here. I'm just going to put 555-555-5555 for that. So, and that way, any information, if VAX or the whatever needs to contact you, they have your number on file. Okay. Now, we're going to do the same thing. Oh, passport information. I don't have their passport right now in front of me. And I'm not entering that on here, obviously, for obvious reasons. But make sure everything is correct with their passport number, their expiration date. Check it twice, check it 3 times, check it 4 times. Okay. Confirm, confirm, confirm. Now, I'm going to leave that blank. Okay. So the second guest, we're going to do the same thing. Test 2. Oops. Test D. Okay. And then again, we're going to do birthday. Just going to do November 16th, 71. And this guy, he's going to be a male. Okay. And again, we're not entering in any passport information. Okay. So I want to show you there's a couple ways that you can book. All right. Excuse me. So right here, it's showing balance due 63.89.82. Deposit due on August 23rd. Today is August 20th. So that means they have 3 days to make the deposit. Okay. If you ever see this where today's August 20th and it's saying deposit's not due for till the 23rd for another 3 more days, you can still book this without them paying the deposit. You can hold this. Okay. Sometimes you have to watch this because depending on the trip, depending on anything, depending on the days, you have to pay attention to this. Okay. Because sometimes it's due that same day. You might get 1 day, you might get 2 days, you might get 3 days. You will never get more than 3 days. Okay. You'll never get more than 3 days, up to 3 days. Okay. So, with this deposit, since it's due on the 23rd, I have their information. I have their birthday. Did I put that? Yeah, I have their information. I have their birthday. I have everything in there, right? So we are just going to leave all of this blank because we're not going to make the payment. Okay. We're going to do a couple things here. So this first one, we're not going to make the payment. We're going to leave it blank. And you're going to click this little box here and you're going to complete booking. Okay. But set yourself an alarm, a date on your calendar, whatever, on that 3 days. You can do it the next day, the 2 days, or the 3 days. But if that deposit is not made by a certain time in the evening, like 11 p.m. or whatever, don't quote me on that. If it's not made that night, like 9 p.m. or something, whenever VAX closes, it will delete it. It will remove that booking. Okay. So, make sure you have it paid. Okay. The next one we're going to do, I'm going to show you where you can do the travel credit. So right here, if you're applying a travel credit, you're going to click travel credit, maybe. Travel credit. Oh, right here. Okay. So that just tells you. So you go down here to payment type. It's been a long day. You're going to click travel credit. And what you are going to do is wait and wait and wait. And wait some more. My internet is acting up. So what this does is you're going to take the old reservation number that your clients booked through, and that's going to be what you put in there. Okay, while we're waiting on this, so we're not dead air here. So that is going to be what you put, that old reservation number, and that'll pull up your client's credit information. Okay. Um, all right. So before you book, always get your client's information. Get the credit card authorization form, get their driver's license and or passports. Okay. If they don't have their passports handy right now, get their driver's license. If they have their passports handy, get their passports. All right. Credit card authorization, the passports, if it's within 21 days of booking, pending on which vendor you use, you can always check that in the travel cafe. You have to have the credit card authorization form, the driver's license, passport, and the front, well, the credit card that they're using, a picture of the credit card they're using, but they can block out everything but the last four numbers. Okay. The reason we do this is for your security. All right. It's for your security. Okay. Always get that credit card authorization form for your security too. Okay. The 21-day booking is we have a lot of scams. And if they do chargebacks, like if they're trying to scam you, that's bad. Okay. Credit card authorization, if your client does a chargeback and you don't have that credit card authorization on file, you have to explain that to Archer why you're not going to pay for that trip. Okay. So that credit card authorization covers you. All right. Um, okay. So here is the travel credit. And then right here, you're going to enter in the confirmation numbers for both passengers. Okay. Um, and then verify the funds, and that's how you pay with that. Okay. So I'm going to take that back off. I'm going to do MasterCard again. So what's going to happen now? I'm not going to do this, but what's going to happen now? You're going to complete booking. Okay. Actually, I want to go back in here to MasterCard because I want to show you guys something else. Okay. If you have, let's say you're booking a party, like you're booking 2 rooms, 2 sets of friends, they each want to pay for themselves. Okay. You can do number of payments and you can do different credit cards. So let's say we're going to do, well, on this one, we're not going to do 4, should have did 2. But if you have 4, like a girls trip, you have 4 girls going, 2 in one room, 2 in the other one, you got them all in one itinerary, you can pay with 4 different credit cards. Okay. And it's going to break it up into saying traveler 1, traveler 2, traveler 3, traveler 4. All right. So they can split that deposit up into 4 ways. You can have 1, put everything on 1 card, and then 2 and 3 and 4 can pay the deposit however you want to do it. Okay. However they want to do it. All right. So yeah, so like if we did the 4, so here is 1, 2, traveler 2, traveler 3, traveler 4. Okay. You do, when it says address here, sorry, I didn't mean to scroll up. Address, that is their billing address for the card that they're using. Okay. The billing address for the card that they're using. All right. So you confirm this. Excuse me. So you can confirm the payment. All right. Do the booking. Okay. Complete booking. And you are going to receive their itinerary, their reservation number. Going to go all the way back up here. And right here, it's going to have their reservation number. Okay. What do we do now with that reservation number? All right. This is the order I want you guys to do everything in. Okay. First thing you're going to do is go to enter it in your commissions. Do not forget. Do not, if you enter your bookings in the commission tracking form 30 days after you book, they're going to deduct your commissions. Okay. It's a long story on that, but do not wait to enter in your commissions. Okay. So immediately, right when you have that reservation number, put it in your commissions. Okay. Enter it in there. Show you how to do that. Next thing you're going to do is enter that booking on your spreadsheet. So that way you can track, you can see how much bookings you've made for the month. right? You can track when those commissions are coming to you. So this, they're leaving in February. So I would say April, you'll receive this amount. Okay, so I would put that in my April column. All right. Um, Third thing you're going to do is enter in any booking rewards sites that you can do. Okay. For example, like Secrets has one with the oh my God, Hyatt, right? Um, Now my brain just went blank. Live Aqua, for example, the Fiesta, they have one where you can get cash back and free night stays. Valentine, enter them in those, you can get cash back. Couples resorts, if you book directly through the couples resorts, you get cash back and free night stays. If you book couples through here on VAX or in any other third party, you get free night stays. Okay. There's a whole slew of them. All right. Enter them in the, what is it, mybooking.rewards.com. mycaribbean.com or something like that. I don't know. There's so many of them. I have a list. I will attach to this. Okay. So, and that's pretty much it. So then hold on, no, it's not. So enter in your commissions, put it on your spreadsheet, enter it in any of the booking rewards. And then once they've made the deposit to you, you can send out their itinerary. All right. Once you have the deposit, send out the itinerary. Once you have the final payment, this is kind of how I do it. You kind of set up your own structure with this. Once I have the final payment, then I will send out their, again, finalized itinerary, any changes that might have been made, flight changes, whatever. And I also will send out like a tips and tidbits. So they're going to Cancun. So some tips for Cancun. Uh, Make copy of your passports. Have them on your phone. Have download the airline app, right? Have that on your phone. All inclusive. Bring a insulated cup, like a Yeti or whatever. So the big, so they don't have to deal with the littles all day, little cups all day. Visit tax. Purchase your visit tax when going to Cancun. So it's a bunch of just little tips and tidbits. Don't pack any valuables. Don't pack any valuable items in your checked luggage. If you're going to Cancun, put those in your carry-on. All right. Um, so just kind of like that. Again, I'll have a documents for all those as well. To do that. And then, yeah, you can also, once you have the deposit on this and the flight's been ticketed, if you want, you can go pick out the receipts. You can go to AmericanAirlines.com, Delta Vacations, FunJet. If I let them do it on FunJet because you have to purchase their seat or purchase like if they want a bundle. So I kind of let my clients do that on FunJet. If it's United or American, Delta, then I will go in and I'll be like, oh, these are good seats. So I'll go in and pick it. Sometimes the clients want to do it. And sometimes I offer to do it and they say, no, I'm good with it. If I know that they need extra help, then, like with the app, choosing their seats, then I will go in and do it for them. Okay. So it's just kind of up to you. You know your clients, so it's up to you. So that's pretty much it. So commission spreadsheet, enter in the rewards, and email out the itinerary for your clients. Put it on your calendar. Also, put these on your calendar. Put the dates. Clients are traveling on February 7th. So February 6th, I always put it on my phone, on my calendar. An alert pops up. They need to check in for their flights. So I say, hey, you're leaving 24 hours. Woohoo, it's time to check in. Do you have everything ready? Do you need me to do anything? What's going on? Do you have everything? Just kind of make that check in. If any flight changes, I always send an extra confirmation about 2 weeks prior to them leaving. So I'll set a thing on my calendar about 2 weeks prior saying, okay, here's 2 weeks. I just want to send you guys another updated itinerary. Your flight times did change. Nothing's changed. I'll keep watching within these next 2 weeks. If anything does change, I will let you know. Okay. Have fun. If you need anything from me, let me know. Blah, blah, blah. Just kind of, you're there for them. You're providing a service for them. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's it. Okay. So, all right. I hope you guys learned something. All right. Hold on. Let me turn this off. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.